Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I was recently at Cedar Point and would like to give my thoughts on the two newest coasters they added. In this video we will be looking at Top Thrill 2. The Sirens Curse review will be in the description when I'm done working on it. Without further ado, let's start this Top Thrill 2 review. Let's start with the main reason this ride is new to many people and the biggest flaw that this ride has, which is availability. This ride replaced the original Top Thrill dragster when it had to close because a part flew off and hit an adult woman. The ride was renovated as Top Thrill 2 and opened on opening day of the 2024 season. The ride didn't last long as there seemed to be issues with the ride's trains. I'm not totally sure what the issue was, but I believe it was the wheels, but don't quote me on that. The ride ended up closing for the entire 2024 season, which is a bummer, and it led to an uncertain future for the ride. Fortunately, it opened up in 2025, but it still had some issues. It was closed for a few days in June, and has had availability about half of the time this year. That's good, but it broke down quite a few times during our visit, but we were sure to be patient. Hopefully there isn't a major meltdown like there was last year anytime soon, but it definitely is a cause for concern, what happened last year. I expect the ride availability to get better as the years go on. But with that boring and negative information out of the way, let's start with the theming. This is a strong part of the ride in my opinion. The racing theme is prevalent around the ride, and even the trains look like race cars. Also, a nice touch was the sounds of a race car passing by when the ride passes by. Overall, the racing theme is well executed with the viewing area and the whole land around the ride and some other little details. Nice job, Cedar Point. The queue line wasn't very long as we waited about half an hour for this ride. I appreciate the occasional shade throughout the queue. It's not a bad queue. Let's talk about the actual ride though, starting off with the trains, which are very comfortable. They only feature a lap bar and are nice to sit in. They feel very modern, and the lack of over-the-shoulder restraints helps get rid of any head-banging opportunities and made it a more enjoyable ride experience. These trains are perfect for this ride, and I wasn't begging to get out of these like some other restraints in the park. Nice job with these trains, Zamperla. Now let's talk about the actual experience itself. You take a right-handed turn out of the station and you're onto the launch track. The ride counts to 5 and off you go on the first launch, which is about 74 miles an hour. This launch is a slightly better version of Skyrocket's launch, but not as powerful as Maverick. It really just shows that the rest of the ride is going to be epic. It's cool to be halfway up the top hat, although I wish we went a little further up, but I understand with the weaker launch system. The second launch, which is backwards to 101 miles an hour, is very fun. The sensation of going backwards at that speed is something I've never experienced before, and I enjoyed it. It was crazy to feel the speed increase even if it isn't by too much, but it is noticeable. My favorite part of the ride is actually when you're hanging over the back spike. It is a feeling of weightlessness that can't be replicated on many rides. I'll get to you another time. There is also an amazing head chopper with the station, and it feels like you actually may hit the station, but this is definitely the best part of the ride in my opinion. The last launch is neat, but you are going so fast that it honestly doesn't feel like it makes much of a difference. This gets up to the original dragster's 120 mile an hour speed. This part is still fun because you are just cruising down that track at such a high speed. Then you climb the top hat to get to that terrifying 420 foot tall top hat. It's crazy to be up there even though you are shaking just a bit, but I completely understand because of the high speeds. It might have been a bit uncomfortable with over the shoulder restraints, but that isn't an issue here with those lap bars. This is the second best moment on the ride in my opinion, and I also get some nice airtime at the top of the top hat as well. It's crazy to be at that high and that high speed. You fly down and hit the brakes, and that's Top Thrill 2. This doesn't seem like a crazy long ride experience on the surface, but it is fine enough at 2 minutes in length. If they changed the layout more, it could have hurt the pacing of this ride, and it is perfect as it is. I got only one ride on this, so if I ride it more next year, I will make additional marks on the layout. I got my one ride in row 3. If I had to give this ride a rating, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. This is a great, fun ride with insane stats and great pacing. The airtime on the top hat is great, and that back spike makes this ride so much better. This is a must ride for all of you if you visit Cedar Point. Well, that's my review on Top Thrill 2. Like I said, I plan on making a review in a week or so of Sirens Curse, and I plan on getting that out as soon as possible. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one.